Hello, my name is Terry Chang and today I'm going to teach you pre-algebra. The first things we'll learn in divide whole numbers is using division notation. Suppose you have 12 cookies and want to package them in bags with 4 cookies in each bag. How many bags will we need? You might put 4 cookies in first bag, 4 in the second bag, and so on until you run out of cookies. Doing in this way, you would fill 3 bags. Starting with the 12 cookies, you would take away or subtract 4 cookies at a time. Division is a way to represent repeated subtraction, just as multiplication represents repeated addition. Instead of subtracting 4 repeatedly, we can write 12 divided 4, which is 3. And next, how do we read this number? We can read it as 12 divided by 4, and the result is the quotient of 12 and 4. The quotient is 3 because we can subtract 4 from 12 exactly 3 times. We call the number being divided the dividend and the number dividing it the divisor. In this case, the dividend is 12 and the divisor is 4. Next, symbol of division. In the past, you may have used the notation like this, 12 divided by 4. But this division also can be written as 12 divided 4 or 12 over 4, which is same meaning with 12 divided 4. In each case, the 12 is the dividend and the 4 is the divisor. You can also write 12 over 4 like this. So it's same with 12 over 4 or 12 divided 4. Now you try to translate from math notation to words. For this tree, I will give you like 30 seconds to answer it. Okay, time's up. The answer is 64 divided by 8 and 42 divided by 4. Divided by 7. 12 divided by 4. Next, model division of whole numbers. As we did with multiplication, we will model division using counters. The operation of division helps us organize items into equal groups, as we start with the number of items in the dividend and the subtract number in the divisor repeatedly. So for example, 24 divided 8. To find the quotient 24 divided 8, we want to know how many groups of 8 are in 24. Model the dividend. Start with 24 counters. The divisor tells us the number of counters we want in each group from groups of 8 counters. Form groups of 8 counters. Count the number of groups. There are 3 groups. So 24 divided 8 is 3. Next, divide whole numbers. We said that addition and subtraction are inverse operations because one undoes the other. Similarly, division is the inverse operation of multiplication. We know 12 divided 4 equals 3 because 3 times 4 equals 12. Knowing all the multiplication number facts is very important when doing division. We check our answer to division by multiplying the quotient by the divisor to determine if it equals the dividend. For example, we know 24 divided 8 equals 3. It's correct because 3 times 8 equals 24. Now you try to divide 15 by 15 and 19 by 1. For these two, I will give you like 10 seconds to answer it. Okay, I think time's up. The answer for the first one is 1 and for the second one is 19. So just remember, dividing any numbers except 0 by itself produces a quotient of 1. Also, any numbers divided by 1 produce a quotient of the number. These two ideas are stated in the division properties of 1. So no matter how big the number it was, when you divide it by itself, it produces a quotient of 1. Or no matter how big the number it was, when you divide it by 1, the answer will be itself. Now you divide 0 by 3 and 10 by 0. For these two, I will give you like 10 seconds for it. Okay, I think time's up. So for the first one, the answer is 0 and the second one is undefined. So just remember 0 divided by any number is 0. Division by 0 is undefined. Next, divide 42 by 6, 72 by 9. Just remember to you can solve it by multiply. Like what numbers times 6 equal 42? What number times 9 equals 72? So for these two, I will give you like 20 seconds to answer it. Okay, I think time's up. The answer for the first one is 7, for the second one is 8. So we know that 7 times 6 equals 42 and 8 times 9 equals 72. When the divisor or the dividend has more than one digit, it is usually easier to use the 4 divided 2 notation. This process is called long division. Let's work through the process by dividing 78 by 3. So now we can see that to divide 7, we know the biggest number will be 6, because 3, no matter what number you type for 3, it will never be 7 unless it's so now 2 times 3 equals 6, and then 7 minus 6 is 1. And you cannot divide 1 by 3, so you put down the 8. And we know that 3 times 6 equals 18. So the answer of 78 divided 3 is 26. Now you try to divide 2596 by 4. For this one, I'll give you 30 seconds to answer it. Okay, I think the time's up. So to divide 2596 by 4, we know that you cannot divide 2 by 4. So we put the 2 down and the 5. Just we don't do the 2, and then we see for 25. So we know that the biggest number will be 24. So 6 times 4 is 24, and then 5 minus 4 is 1. So the number left will be 19. 4 times 4 equals 16, and 9 minus 6 is 3. So the number that left will be 36. And then 9 times 4 equals 36. So we know that the answer of 2596 divided 4 will be 649. And to check it, you can do like 649 times 4, which is 2596. Next, you can try 4506 divided by 6 and check by multiplying. For this one, I'll give you like 40 seconds to answer it. Okay, I think the time's up. So first, you write at this, and then you cannot divide 4 by 6. So we divide it from 45. And the biggest numbers we can find will be 42, which is 7 times 6. So 45 minus 42 equals 3. And then we put the 0 down. And then 6 times 5 equals 30. So it will be 0. And you put the 6 down, which we know that 6 times itself will be 6. So the answer of 4506 divided 6 will be 751. And then you check by multiplying. So just 6 times 751. You can check it by yourself. So far, all the division problems have worked out evenly. For example, if we had 24 cookies and wanted to make bags of 8 cookies, we would have 3 bags, but what if there were 28 cookies and we want to make bags of 8? Start with the 28 cookie as shown. So there are 3 groups of 8 cookies and 4 left, which we can see out here. 3 bags and then 4 left. We call the 4 cookies that are left over the remainder, and show it by writing R4 next to the 3. The R stands for the remainder. You can also write as 3 and 3 dots 4. Now you try. Divide and then check by multiplying. 1461 divided 13. For this one, I will give you like 30 seconds to answer it. Okay, I think the time's up. So we can write it as like 14 divided 13, which is 1 and 1 left. So 16 divided 13, which is still 1 and 3 left. 31 divided 26, which is we can only find 2, which is 26, and 31 minus 26 is 5. So the answer will be 112 and the remainder of 5. And if you want to count it back, 13 times 122 will be 1456, and u plus 5 will be 1461. Next, translate word first to math notation. Earlier in this section, we translated math notation for division into words. Now we will translate the word phrase into math notation. Some of the words that indicate division are given below, like divided, quotient of, divided into. So 12 divided by 4. The quotient of 12 and 4. 4 divided into 12. Which is the same with 20 divided by 4. 12 over 4. 12 over 4. And 12 divided by 4. This can also read as 12 divided 4. Not only like 12 over 4. Okay, next you try to translate and simplify the quotient of 51 and 17. This one is easy, so I will give you like 20 seconds to answer it. Okay, I think time's up. To translate it is 51 divided 17, and the answer will be 3. Just to times it back, 17 times 3 equal 51. Next, you translate just like the same question. The quotient of 91 and 13. And same, I will give you 20 seconds to answer this one. Okay, I think time's up. To translate it is 91 divided by 13. And the answer will be 7. So 13 times 7 will be 91. Next, divide whole numbers in applications. We will use the same strategy we used in previous section to solve application. First, we determine what we are looking for. Then we write a phrase that gives the information to find it. We then translate the phrase into math notation and then simplify it to get the answer. Finally, we write a sentence to answer the question. So, we try sales there, bought a 160-ounce box for oatmeal and at the big box store. She wants to divide the 160 ounce of oatmeal into 8-ounce servings. She will put each serving into a plastic bag so she can take one bag to work each day. How many servings will she get from the big box? So we find out the numbers, 160 ounce box, and she wants to put it in 8-ounce servings. So we can know that it will be 160 ounce divided by 8 ounce. And we translate it into math notation. 160 divided 8. Simplified by dividing. The answer will be 20 because we know that 2 times 8 is 16 and then 0 go to the back. And we write a sentence to answer the question. Celsia will get 20 serving from the big box. And this is the end of today's math. Thank you for listening.